Hey there, beautiful people. Happy Saturday, happy weekend. I hope you're well, hope you're healthy wherever you are in the world. I'm here in Singapore, I'm in my neighborhood. It's a nice breezy evening. It's not too hot, it's a bit dry. And I wanted to a bit of a walk and a talk about this coronavirus. Why I think it's got the potential to absolutely cripple your business. And I've got some starter ideas about what you could do about it. Normally I create videos around facilitation for innovation, so this video will be a little bit different. I was going to post this video a couple of days ago. Something got in between, I forgot about it. But then last night when Code Orange was announced, I was like, this is probably a good time. Because I think we've already, in Singapore at least, we've seen a lot of panic. Like, people went to the supermarkets last night and just raided all the shelves. There was an old lady who walked out of the supermarket with a shopping cart filled with cup noodles, like worth a year of cup noodles. And you see like the worst behavior in people. So my big message here, first of all, is I am not too worried about the virus per se. And the reason I say I'm not too worried about it, I think it's serious. I think it's got the potential to do a lot of harm. But we don't know enough about it. And the reason I say that is because in 2003, I lived in Beijing during the heat of the SARS outbreak. And I saw this panic and misinformation and just people doing really irrational things which didn't make any sense. And it has a knock-on effect on everything else, and it completely shut down Beijing. Everything, like all the business, just completely crippled, and people were panicking. A friend of mine worked in a company. He coughed in the office once, and I think he was sent home for 4 weeks or something. Now, the difference is for many out there maybe watching this, maybe you have a job, you have a salary, and if you're lucky, you do get sent home, which I really hope it doesn't, by the way. But I mean, for a lot of us, you might have a salary. I don't. I rely on my time that I spend with paying clients to be able to live and make money and pay my rent and eat and things like that. And if the case was that my landlord say, hey, you know what, this virus is going on, it's a tough time, you know what, pay the rent whenever you want. But that's of course not the case. So I already see right now, I don't know about you, I had 3 speaking gigs lined up for March. Of the 3, 2 have already been cancelled, and I'm not surprised if the third one will get cancelled as well. Top of that, next week I'll be flying to London to go to VidCon. VidCon is one of the biggest video maker conferences in the world. It's a YouTube conference basically. And already I got an email this week that a couple of these speakers are unable to come. Some of these YouTubers that are going there. They're unable to come. They didn't tell us why. My guess is it might have something to do with this virus. I'm going to teach a course at a business school. Already got the announcement that it might be cancelled. Like, people don't know. And there's a lot of panic, a lot of misinformation out there, a lot of idiotic behavior as well. Regardless of what it is, regardless of whether you worry about the virus or not, or whether you think this panic is justified or not, it will most likely have an impact on your business. If you're like me, and you need to make the hours to make money, and a lot of that might be dealing with people, you're going to be in for a surprise. Because I think this year will be much worse than a lot of people expect. I think some people think it's just a bit of media hype and it will be over. Even if it is, it might still completely cripple your business. I'm already feeling it. And I hope it doesn't happen, by the way. I just want to be very clear. Like, I really hope it doesn't happen. I hope that I'm wrong. I hope somebody says, you're an idiot. It's not going to happen. Everything's going to be okay. I hope so. I'm already seeing a lot of cancellations on my side. Big events being canceled, people pulling out, people panicking. So I think it is going to have an impact. And I think that impact, again, is going to be bigger than I expected. So what do you do about it then? If the only way I made money was through, let's say, public speaking and through facilitating, yeah, I would probably have a bit of a problem this year, because I think we'll have a lot less of that, a lot less of that this year. I also have I have other streams of income, small ones, but one of them, for instance, I have a digital product. I created, as some of you know, an online course on video making, which gets people from, I wish I created video, to I am creating video. A couple of people have gone through it, a couple of people are going through it, feedback's been great. So what I'm hoping to do, of course, is that this gap that I'm going to see in the business this year, I hope I can cover some of that gap with income from a digital product. And I hope for you that you have some kind of other income stream this year. Because if you bet your money on that one horse and that one business model, you might be in for a bit of a surprise. So I think the internet might just be the answer. There are many different ways. There are many, I'm gonna walk faster because there's a lady like chatting on the phone with a mouth mask. There are many different ways to make money online. You can create online courses, you can do, video is a great tool. By the way, if you want to do the course, absolutely great. I would love for you to go through my course, but this video is not to promote or sell my course. This video is to tell you there are many other things that you can learn, and you can learn for free. I mean, you can go on YouTube, you can go on these other platforms. If you want to learn about video making, there's heaps of ways of doing that, but it doesn't just have to be video making. Maybe it's a good time to learn coding. Is it something that you can do? You can put on Fiverr or on it's not called Elance, I forgot what it's called, but basically on these online platforms where you can dedicate your time. Do you have a great voice for voiceover actors? Can you do some transcribing, translations? There's lots of things you can do. I think it's time to get off the high horse. Don't be too precious about what you do, and start taking on different kinds of work. This is a great time to reinvent yourself. Every time has gotten tough. 2008, 2009, when the whole world kind of pulled its handbrakes, at least that's what it felt like to me. It was a great time to reinvent. These times are always painful, but in painful times is when we grow and when we learn. So all I'm going to say is I really hope this virus isn't as bad as I think it is. I think the knock-on effect will be a lot bigger than I think it will be. And I think one of the big things you can do about it is to start looking at some of your other skills and start finding different ways to make some income this year. Because I'm going to have to rely on some other bits of income for sure, because I don't think I'm going to make it with the typical business model which I have, which is people paying me for my time. That's all. If you have any questions, have any comments, maybe you think I'm full of shit, it's fine as well. Leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And I wish you well. I wish you happiness and health. Stay safe, wash those hands, stay away from crowds, stay off social media, and no need to panic. I'll catch you soon.